Hello.
That sounds a lot better. I believe you can hear me now, right?
hmm
Um,
And
I
I can
say
hear
I
music.
like asking that question just to make people talk, but you tricked me
Yes.
because you got real quiet again after you said yes.
Ah,
Can you hear me?
yes,
You're not nervous by any chance, are you?
I am.
I like you. I really like you. You're cool. You're awesomely cool. Okay, so you volunteered to do this, not knowing that we were going to do so many different things before we actually, excuse me, actually started the show. We've got to spend some time together a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah, I don't know what I volunteered for. I
I just,
still don't know.
oh my goodness. Oh, now
Up
you're
to
gonna
this
scare
moment.
everybody else that's coming after you. They're gonna go like, well, wait a minute, I changed my mind, Paxton.
No, they shouldn't.
No,
Thank you
you
so much.
let me do that over there. We went through a number of things before we got to this moment in time. Just a few moments ago, we've been spending time together since what? Probably it's been about 30, 40 minutes ago. We've been trying to get going here.
hmm
Everybody is starting to roll in. Just so you know, this is Narc Abuse TV Network. This is the Narc Abuse TV show on the network. It's a network devoted, committed to making sure that we discuss mental health, relationships, and recovery. We are honored to have you today, Anastasia, because you focus on some subjects that we appreciate, and you've been a true support to the shows when they are on live. Um, and because
Thank
of
you.
you, Raju from Perception underscore Shifter had a Zoom live yesterday, and he enjoyed himself by you being in one of the attendees to his live Zoom where he discussed a number of things. He enjoyed it. I enjoyed you
Uh,
being there as well.
yeah, me
There's so
too.
many
I
more
enjoyed.
compliments. Well, there's so many more compliments I could give you, but
Thank you
today
so
is the
much.
day you're the center of attention.
I
You're the
feel so,
diva for the day.
we'll try. I feel so comfortable, and your voice is so
Uh,
comforting to listen to you. So I don't know how I will do speaking, but
well, one
we
thing is
will
for sure,
try.
you might take a nap because I will try to soothe you the way I did my daughters and my son when they were little, and I put them to sleep. But I am happy that you're here because you cover recognizing, escaping, and the recovery aspect of dealing with a narcissist. You have a
Yes.
number of different people that you have uh, looked at their pages, different courses, different things,
hmm
information that you have that I want you to share with everyone else, and hopefully it will be some benefit to them. I normally do a lot of talking at the beginning only because I want my guests to feel comfortable and relax. So
Thank you.
I'm done talking. I'm going to hand the show over to you. But if you see on the screen there, someone's thank you for saying hello to us. Can you see on the screen? They're
Yeah,
talking to
yeah.
us there. Okay.
I see.
So
Yeah,
thank you
I see
everyone for being
some of
here.
the
Yeah.
familiar, not faces, but familiar avatars.
Yes. I was going to say the same thing. We don't always get to see everybody's faces on these shows, but I was going to say
hmm
the same thing. I know the avatar. I know the Instagram face, as it were.
Yeah,
From I believe
that's
that's is that Brahm Dev? I don't know if I'm saying it right. But feel free to talk with Anastasia today. We're giving her the floor today. She is the only guest, only show we will be having today. So no pressure whatsoever, none whatsoever. But I wanted to start the show off by discussing. Um, you like to help people recognize that they're dealing with a narc or that they're dealing with certain people. But you've done a lot of research too, and there may be some people you want to recommend, the videos, other things, giving everybody a chance to
Absolutely.
come in. But the show is officially yours at this moment in time. So how can you pass on to help people to recognize what they're dealing with?
Yeah, I found. personally very difficult to recognize the abuse, which may sound strange, but um, it is very hard when you are in the situation to see the truth. So from outside, it's much easier for people to notice that something is wrong. And as we all know, I think, or someone probably don't know, it is a tactic of the narcissists. They purposely isolate us from
Right.
society,
Hmm.
from friends, from support group, from family. So, so then that in that way you will have no feedback from outside world and wouldn't understand if this is actually okay or not okay. So uh, that's where I found myself in this situation, and it. So my marriage lasted for quite a long. It was 16 years, and looking back at it now, I'm like would say for sure it was abuse from day 5. I would say
Wow.
from right after the love bombing phase. Kind of start mixing up with devalue and discard. Um, yeah, but how to recognize when it's your first abusive relationship, and we're talking about we're talking about romantic relationship, not the family or like
Okay.
with kids or the family.
Right.
Um, so like it's very hard to acknowledge that something is wrong, but some bullet points, some kind of red flags, which when you are in your first abusive relationship, you don't know that those are red flags. But I would say the main red flags is that you are on this channel, let's say, on this type of uh,
Platform.
websites, yeah,
Okay.
on like
Yeah.
searching what is abuse, searching what is narcissism, searching. So meaning that something is, and it's not only my, like many people would say, if you are looking, like you have really big kind of concerns and questions, if that's what he did or she done, is it normal or not? Is it how in other relationship do your friends experience the same? Is it only me? Or so that's the main shift where like you start analyzing and start kind of noticing that
Hmm.
something is wrong. Also the just in general unhappiness accumulated, absolutely like kind of misery of your life, and
Okay.
pointless and useless,
Hmm.
literally, like you with time you start like losing yourself. That's what they do to you. That's their other um, like how they abuse you. So they basically take all your identity, so you literally you lose yourself. You don't know
Hmm.
the what you are and who you are. So you basically um like gray days. Nothing makes you happy, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then for several people who I talked to and for myself, like because of that dynamic of the narcissistic relationship, when it's like it's never bad, completely bad. It's bad and good, good. Like it's waves. It's always
Hmm.
they devalue and then they love bomb. They discard and then they again hoover you back. So it's
Hmm.
always so, and it is dissonance in your head. Like and also the narcissist himself, he has good characteristics and bad characteristics. So in your head, you have this split. So you don't like when you're with yourself, you usually your brain gets back to the good moments, which holds you into the relations. So I'm saying like it's extremely hard to leave, and it's
Right.
tricky to recognize. Although, yeah. So,
I,
yeah.
I have
So,
to
mhm,
ask you this. For you, you had gray days, is what you're saying. You had
mhm,
days that were kind of blah, and it
mhm,
just your energy was low? Is that what you mean also? That your energy for living and desire, did it become low?
No, it's more like you. For me, what was very surprising is like you walk on the street and you see I would say like a person walking her dog, or child with a mom, and child, I don't know, makes something funny and she smiles and
Yeah.
laughs with him,
Mm-hmm.
and you like, what what's so fun about it? What's like, how they can be excited about those small moments? You kind of, you stop getting enjoyment of simple
Wow.
things. You basically like, yeah, this is, I guess this is depression. This is more like a clinical depression. If psychologists
It's-
will watch me,
okay. So
will
I'm
say.
going to ask so now I'm going to ask this. I know you're going to keep going, but I got to ask you this. So were you just, by being around the narcissist and dealing with abuse, did you just start becoming grouchy?
What is it? Can you
Did you
explain
start
again?
just being like mean
Oh
or
no,
critical?
no,
No,
no, no, no, no,
that didn't
no,
happen.
no. I no,
Okay.
no. That never happened. You even, I would say, you even more get into people pleaser mode, because you like, that's what they, that's how you get along with them, because they
Okay.
never happy, so you try harder and harder and harder, so you
Yeah.
basically, you become so nice, extremely like
Yeah. Yeah.
amazingly easygoing person. So like, your friend will ask, what do you want to go to, this restaurant or which restaurant today, whatever you like, you just pick, I will just come, just tell me where, I'll be there. And
Yeah.
like, you basically, yeah, you very very nice,
Yeah.
polite, easy. No, no, not what you said. No, but in like, for inside of you, you're just unmotivated and I don't know, uninteresting person. You don't know who you are. You
Mhm.
uninterested person to yourself. You start kind of gripping on other relationships and connections on other people. Everyone around seems such a star, but not you. Because your life, like for yourself, you feel like
Mhm.
you are such a boring person, and like, yeah, and just,
Did you start to believe the things they were saying to you?
oh, absolutely, yeah.
Did what
I even now I don't know which is true, which is not.
Okay, so let's try this, my friend. Let's try this.
Uh-huh.
Tell us, if you wish,
Hmm.
tell us one or two things they said about you that you that they said that you either believed or not. What
Oh,
are a couple of things?
I'm a terrible wife. I'm terrible wife.
Okay, so let's just
And
go
I'm
with that.
a bad mom
let,
as well.
let's go with that. No, let's go with that for a second, because that's not the first time. Again,
Mm-hmm.
my daughters and I, we started this, and it's been a year now, and I've
Mm-hmm.
heard that quite a bit. You're a
Mm-hmm.
terrible mom. You're a terrible wife. You're.
Selfish,
Oh yeah, oh
self-focused.
yeah.
So
You're selfish.
anything, yeah,
Oh man.
whatever you
Oh,
are
I can
not,
keep.
it's
Yeah.
you. Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
yeah.
Now you. That this is why I like you. This is why I wanted you to do this show today and other shows we're going to do together in the future. But what I was going to mention is there's a list of things that I have heard that people have said an abuser says to
Hmm.
people. Guys, you should know this by now if you watch me enough for a year. Okay, I'm not picking one person or another. This channel is neutral in regards to
Yeah.
politics, racism, a number of other things. We're focusing on mental health and tips. This is not an angry channel. This is not a narc abuse channel where we just beat up and talk bad about people. We see the good that is possible that we can do and focus on that. But we're realistic about what we're talking about right now, that there are people who deliberately try to disrupt unity and peace in a person's life, in a home, in a community,
Y-
let alone an organization. There are people like that.
y-
That's what we're doing. Go ahead. You're going to say something. I'm going to get
yes,
back to a question. Go ahead.
yeah, I even would say, uh, narcissists, they're not, you said deliberate, they're not doing it deliberately.
Okay.
They are hurt children, hurt people. They are terribly miserable themselves, so it's not their fault, it's just who they are. It's just unfortunate that those two people just met once,
I'm
and yeah,
gonna have to put you and Sam Vaknin on the same show
yes, absolutely, yeah.
because no,
I
no,
love him.
because he says they're deliberate. So and as a narcissist, so you guys would have
No.
fun. I should see if he'd be willing to do that. You two to just have at it. That would be great. But
Maybe they are deliberate, but
but
they are deliberate just because it hurts so much, as you said. So they become those
so
grumpy and bad
un,
out.
understand.
Yeah, yeah.
Understandable. You know, as many have come to find out, there are principles and guidelines that are very important in life. And one thing is for sure, love never fails. That is true. And some people actually don't want it. They just want to
Hmm.
cause problems. But
Yeah.
what you experienced,
Hmm.
what you experienced, and you're brave enough to come on and talk about it. You know, not everybody, not everybody is brave enough to do it. Some people get invited on the show and they back out because they're not comfortable to do it. You're so willing
Uh,
to come and talk about it. I give you a lot of credit. Go ahead.
it's just because it's so like I see it so many in so many relationships around me, and so many
Mhm.
friends and not friends online. It's just I think like I mean my story is nothing special. There's nothing special about my
Okay,
story,
now
but but
don't
in
say that on my channel. Yes, it
but
is. Okay,
but
go ahead.
like
Go ahead.
more people will hear it. It's just it gives
Yes.
validation because when
Yes.
you like it's very important to have the circle of not even friends, circle of soulmates. That's yeah, it's bad, but
Yeah,
like
a
similar
community of
people,
people.
people with
Yes.
similar, yeah, similar
Yes.
problems or similar
Experience. We'll go with experience.
experiences.
Wait,
Yeah,
hey,
similar experiences
both of us,
because
everybody, both of us are trying to be careful with the words we use right now. But go ahead. Go ahead.
yes, with similar experiences. Yeah,
Yes.
it's very validating and it's very supportive and
Yes.
extremely helpful. That's why, like, let me mention one name who helped me. Her name is Eva. From her YouTube is Soul GPS, SOUL GPS,
Yeah. I've heard of
and
her. Mhm.
she's Polish, I believe. But yeah, and she lived in California and had her narcissistic relationship in California, and then she escaped and went back to Europe somewhere. So, but she was recording her journey, her like
Okay.
everyday um, post abuse journey on
Hmm.
her YouTube channel, and
Yeah.
I was lucky to find that channel just on the right time, and it was just you're just not alone. I was like going through my experience with her together. With like although
Oh.
this happened with her
Hmm.
4 years ago, but it doesn't matter. So I watched
Hmm.
her YouTube movies or whatever what they call
Videos. Uh-huh.
episodes
Hmm.
videos, yeah,
Hmm.
and found it very like experience very similar what she feel, and she described she's very smart also, she's a writer, and she very intelligent, and she read a lot of books on the topic, so and ref would give a lot of reference. If you would listen to her channel, you will find another helpful references she lists. So it was great, yeah, to have someone with similar, yeah. So that's why I'm doing it. Yeah.
Well, see,
So,
her story helped you,
mhm.
and you were able to help a lot of people in our live shows that you participated in as a viewer.
I'm glad if I
No,
if I did.
a lot of people, no, a lot of, I'm just letting you know right now in real time, a lot of people wrote when they talked to me about the shows, they mentioned your name. They mentioned your
Thank
IG
you.
page and some of
Thank
the
you.
things that you said. As I started off the show, what you did yesterday with Raju, that was encouraging for him to be a part of in his Zoom live show. Uh, what you say and what you do it has an impact. It will continue to have an impact because we're going to do a number of shows together. Many of you will be able to see those right here on Narc Abuse TV network. Other shows we will put together, and you will only be able to see them on our website. But they will be impactful shows because there's information that you've been able to research that has helped you.
Yes.
Because
Hmm.
you've been called a number of different things by the abuser that are just not true, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
So others like you are out there and they have no one because they're being isolated
Yeah,
and
exactly.
they
Yeah.
don't they're
Hmm.
looking up information and maybe yours will be able to help them. But
Hmm.
when did you recognize that you were being lied to by this abuser? When did it become clear to you that you were being abused? Was that a year ago, 2 years
It
ago?
was
When did it happen that it came together that something was seriously wrong?
something I that something was seriously wrong. I knew for a long time. I just thought I had this constant back thought that he's crazy. He's just, I'm living with someone who is mentally disabled. That's how I felt.
That's what you started thinking. Yeah.
Yes. And no matter what, because that crazy making and all that, word salad and all the
Hmm.
other like gaslighting and all that stuff, because you will tell him something and he will flip and you think no, but I remember, yes, all that stuff. But
Right.
I don't know, for some like, of course I took personally a lot of things, but somehow I could figure out that it's just him. He's, and I tried so hard. I tried to, how they say, love him out of his disease. And I tried
uh,
all different tactics that
yeah.
possible. Even back then, not knowing what I'm doing, I just intuitively was doing different things to, like, I was going along with his agenda, or at first I was fighting, then I was going alone, I was like believing in all his gaslights and try to please like as much as possible. It's,
Right.
you just, so it ended up like, I think it's, I don't remember, someone said, so you become a small uh,
Hmm.
small bug in a crack, and then
Yeah.
in the crack of that room, you get into the room, you get into the corner, and then you minimize yourself to the little bug into that crack, and then even the bug is disappears, so you don't even know who you are. So yeah,
Wow.
so they will abuse until, yeah, there is no stop, there is no limit.
What did
Yeah.
what did you do when you started to recognize you were being abused? What
Oh,
did you do?
I told him, so first, like, how my realization, like, I don't know, so there were two things, like two parts. One was my
Mm.
dad, who got very sick but luckily survived. It
Hmm.
was, I think, 3 years ago. So it was another, it's a different part. I was too close to him, to my dad, and I think it's another story. It's another abuse. Different. Not,
He didn't like you being close to your dad. Is that what it is?
yeah, that's yes, but I was scared to death to lose my dad,
Mm-hmm.
to just complete, like, if he would die. So it kind of shaked my whole universe, to the
Okay.
point that I start to, because like that, then when I realized that I'm absolutely alone in this world, and no one would help me ever,
Hmm.
like if my dad dies, so I'm just by
Right.
myself,
Right.
not considering my husband as a
Support.
friend, support. Yeah.
Right.
So then I was start like soul searching process, and during
Okay.
that soul searching process I came up that I'm an empath, with that idea, and that empaths, they kind of link together or interact with narcissists, and from being an empath I kind of get to the narcissism, and once I recognize that he's a narcissist, everything just set up in places. I just labeled, and that's what I also like. I think it's very important. Label once you recognize, label, and never take this label off, like, because it helps a lot, just to like, this is evil, equals narcissism, or whatever, evil, bad, just
Right. Right.
terrible.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise you will be always kind of, your brain will tell, but he did this, he gave you that, I don't know, one flower last 3 birthdays, past 3 birthdays, or like, you
Hmm.
he paid your bill at the restaurant when you first dated or
Right.
something. Like
Right.
there
Right.
would be always something good about it, but just and you will be, oh yeah, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe he's a nice person. So label and just stick to this label and just cross, and no contact is the best. Hard,
When
no
when
contact.
when you labeled something, did you at the beginning did you put
Hmm.
the label and then pull it off and try to give and look at
No.
him in a no? You put the label on and it stuck.
I put the label on and it's still there, the label.
Has 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 any of his behavior changed your mind at all
No, no,
toward that
no,
label?
no.
That every action or every moment has proved that when you put that label on, you were right when you did it.
Guys, once you take actions, so be very prepared to before you divorce or leave, because once you show them that you are serious about your uh, decision, they will just, it's just a monster out of the
Wow.
box. Yeah, and
That happened
after
to you?
that,
Is that what happened to you?
after that, nothing will change your mind.
Nothing will
Even if,
change your
yeah,
mind.
because
You
it's yeah, you see like you see, it's like in those movies. It's yeah, uh, terrible.
so the label was right when you put it
The
on.
label was right. Yes, yes.
Going through divorce and going through that process and you left, the
Hmm.
monster came out.
Yes,
What
exactly.
were some of the things the monster did that you could tell us about that others need to beware?
Um, I don't want to go personal about that.
Nope, don't go personal. I said only if
Um,
you can.
I would say what you should definitely do before you file divorce. So before, like you, the best way is first you need to get prepared. You need to money for sure. You need to save some
Hmm.
or put aside, which is terribly hard because they control everything. So, but I would
Is that
say even if you like collect cash and put it somewhere, I don't know, under the tree, it would be safer there. Mark the location, and your
okay?
money would be
You
safer
know,
there than.
I just laughed, but that's actually something someone told me on my show. I'm being honest. I'm really telling you that. Somebody
Yes.
told me that she had to do that. She literally dug a hole
Yeah,
and
I
put a
agree.
box and no, and then she put a bench or a thing around it, another thing, and that's where she had to store her money. Her abuser though was literally physically violent, and she had
They
children. She
usually
had to,
they are
yeah, but
when it comes to the, yeah, to
he
the
didn't he
end
didn't start
point.
he didn't start off that way. He got
Yeah, absolutely.
worse
Yeah.
as time went on and became
Hmm.
physically violent.
And
Um,
that's also kind of confirms that they, yeah. Okay, another problem, huge problem. Um, when like when they are violent, even like not physical, you need to call the hotline,
yep,
the
yep.
what is it, they would never help, nothing will, they wouldn't help, but they would have your record. Then you would, like, if again also if you're scared, if you're frightened, even they're not violent, physically, you call the police or make a report. Nothing will help, but later in court it would help. Those
Yeah.
records would help because, yeah. And don't feel sorry for doing that, that you're doing this to your husband or boyfriend or whatever.
Some
Yeah,
some have mentioned yes,
because
they've
remember, you labeled.
yeah. Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
but realistically, a person, as in this case, we're talking about females. It also happens
Hmm.
to males as well. There needs to be a record that comes into play, and a person
Yeah.
needs to utilize all of the local authorities and state and government authorities that they can to protect themselves within reason, because their safety is important. So yes, there are national numbers that are
Hmm.
available
Yeah.
to everyone. Lizzie 805 makes a very fine point, something that we stand by here on this particular network. My daughters and myself don't react and walk away. Proves to be something that many are able to do Do not try to
Absolutely.
go toe to toe and have an argument, and let anger alone. Let wrath alone. Just as you're better off walking away. Of course, the observe and uh, don't absorb is something that's often said by some within the community, from Ross Rossenberg. But the reality of it is, it's better to leave the anger alone and take your leave, because that's going to work a lot better. But you're making a very good point about keeping a record, setting
Yes.
aside some cash or some money to be able to do something.
Hmm.
I've heard
Hmm.
that so much over the past 12 months. So many have said, don't underestimate
Oh yes.
that
Oh
you're going
yes.
to have to leave. It's going to happen at some point that you're going to have to run for safety, or it's going to happen at some point.
My friend Brita.
I'm just going to say, you
Hi.
just got some love on the
Yeah,
screen there,
yeah, yeah.
and everybody else
She's my
has been talking.
friend
Hey,
from Germany.
tell me
Yeah,
something. You were told that you were being selfish and that you were not a good mom, based
yeah,
upon if I understood you correctly, you said a little bit
yes,
earlier.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, you didn't start believing that stuff, did you?
I mean, I don't know about wife, and I'm questioning my ability to be in a
Oh,
good
come on
love and
now.
relationships.
Well, yeah,
But we'll see. Yeah, it's too soon. But I have no doubt that I'm a good mom. And I mean, what is a good mom? What is I have? Yeah,
see,
that's a separate. Yeah,
that's like that's like saying, oh, this meal is really good. Okay, but comparison to what and what, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
that's true.
There are ingredients to every person. And
Plus,
the one who made the sun and the moon and the stars and gravity knows everybody better than everybody else.
Helen. Yeah.
So why are sometimes I hear people mention what the narc or what the
Hmm.
abusive person, the self-absorbed person said, and all they're doing is lying because they know
Yeah.
they're projecting that they're not doing a good job.
Yes. I want to just mention, I think very important to do it for yourself and
Hmm.
to, even though, yes, it seems absolutely unfair and you want to dig and investigate why he did that, what is he, what,
Yeah,
who is he, what you were dealing with. But yeah, do it, but don't get too obsessed about it, and
yeah,
somehow make the effort to shift the focus inwards and start to just uh, investigate who you are and what you are and how to help that person.
yeah,
um, Also, leave only leave the narc or whatever, just in sake of your own life. Don't do like, because you may do, oh, I will do it for the kids or for my family or for
yeah. Right, right.
or my, I don't know, other relationships or whatever. Everything with, like, it's the strongest point for you to leave. So the strongest justification is for yourself, because all the rest can change eventually and you regret. This you would never regret.
Yeah,
You know why you've done it, and it's very, like, it gives you the huge strength to kind of keep moving because you're
yeah,
doing it for yourself. Yeah.
yeah. You see, I like you. I seriously, you are going to help a lot of people that follow the show,
I
this
will
show and
be
all the
happy
other
to.
shows. No, no, you're going to help. What you just said is very important. If a person doesn't do it to protect themselves and for themselves internally, everything else outside of them can and will change.
Absolutely, it will
The
change and it
children
will
will grow
shape
up,
your,
children will
yes.
move on, and all,
Hmm.
but you will never have embettered yourself or
Yeah,
improved yourself and made yourself better. I get what you're saying. What
it's
else
just
would you like to say?
such a, yeah, it's gives such a, it's I don't know, it's scary and probably it's frightening, and it's maybe silly. I wouldn't say it's selfish for people who've been in, the certain people get into those abusive
Yeah,
relationships. They're
right,
not
right.
selfish ever.
No,
So, but this is the only way, like, at least how I see it, this is the only thing that's, like, people die, people disappear, people get sick, but you
hmm
always you, and you always stay within you
yeah,
together. You're, so this is the kind of very strong point. and would never give up on you. I mean, if you don't
Did
give
it
up on you, she wouldn't give up on
do?
you as well.
No, no, no. Don't give up on yourself. Whatever
Yes,
you
be on
do, never.
yourself. Yes,
Yeah, don't give up.
yes,
Never give up.
yeah.
Always be a person of courage. But I've got to ask you.
Hmm.
So it can be scary for certain people. Do you remember the moments when it was scary for you?
It's still scary. It is still scary too.
Is it?
What helps? Yes, what helps is, as I
You
said
see, but you
yesterday.
seem like such a brave person. I'm just
uh,
surprised that you even said that. I've talked with you. We've done show prep.
I'm just
You're such a strong person, and you're not faking it. You're a strong person, human being and woman.
thank you.
But it was scary for it was
It,
scary for you, and it's still kind of scary. You say sometimes.
it's still scary, mainly because you are, even though you are that person, who you are doing this for,
Hmm.
uh, you are the only person. Like, there is, even though it was narcissistic abusive relationship, but there were two of you, two human, kind of together
Yes. Hmm.
making
Correct.
decisions, and here you all alone. And usually, and not usually, I would recommend, highly recommend, cut all your, just purposely, when you leave the narc,
Yeah.
cut all your previous connections, even friends, better your own family for a while,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
because there is too much noise and too much, opinions
Okay.
from the people who never experienced that, which can move you off the track, and you will just go back, or like, or just
Right.
just just disbalance your kind of strengths and
Hmm.
your perception of the reality or whatever. Yeah, so better be on yourself, just, which is weird. This is counterintuitive, that's how you say,
Yeah.
but
No, you're right.
it is
You're right.
better it is better to be alone with some very good trusted friends. Helen Victoria Blossom was there, my very good friend. She helped me
Yeah.
through this, yeah,
Yeah.
journey. What would I say? Something else.
When it comes to
Oh,
the journey,
scary,
go ahead.
scary.
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's scary because you are alone, and kind of a lot of responsibility. And when you, one other name, Jennifer, I don't know if I pronounce her last name correctly, R. Springer. She has she's a life coach.
Okay.
She helped me tremendously. I
What's the
called
name again?
her Jennifer. You see that number one.
Jennifer Arna. Okay, you say the name. I was,
Okay.
you know what? I'm really good at putting stuff up to the screen, but I'm horrible at reading it backwards. But that was
I
really
know
good.
it's, for some reason it's
No,
backward. I
no,
can type. I can type.
I'm glad you put it up there. Oh, that's even better. If you can type it in there, that'd be good.
her website is highly sensitive healing,
Okay.
healing, and her name is Jennifer. I will make a mistake for sure.
Now, I'm looking at Lizzie 805. She says, I agree. Too many opinions only makes you even more confused. I have to tell you, that's a common thing that I've also heard this time that we've been doing this show here on Instagram, IGTV show, Narc Abuse TV network. A lot of people have often said they make a move to protect themselves emotionally and even physically, and if they listen to too many people,
Mm-hmm.
they're back in the same situation, and now the abuser has become even more mean, and they just abuse them even more. And then it's even harder for them to leave, especially when they have children.
Yeah,
Um,
never come back, never return, because there are some people who've done it and claimed
yeah,
that it's second
I've
time
heard,
round,
yeah,
it's
or third.
worse.
No, I've heard third, fourth, fifth time, and each time it's worse. And
Yeah.
yeah, it can be bad. This is not easy for a lot of people, though. Wouldn't you agree? For them to actually see that, well, they're saying they're getting better. They say that they're seeing a therapist or that they're doing this or
Oh
they
yeah.
but some people some people, as it were, walk right back in because they're being, well, the term is future fake from what I understand,
Mm-hmm.
but people are being promised that, hey, that's not going to happen again, or they say, hey, I wouldn't have done that if you hadn't have done this, and a number of things. But you're saying no. You're saying keep walking.
Uh, you will feel when you're ready, I would say,
Okay. All
because
right.
I've been back and forth many, many times. It wasn't my first realization that I need to divorce,
Right.
and
Right.
uh, and for me personally, like I'm alone-ish in this country. I'm immigrant. I have two daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Younger one is 6 years old, so I don't know where would you go with 2 year old,
Yeah.
and older
Yeah.
is they 6 years apart. So my plan, personal life plan, was to wait till they grow, like
Yeah.
raise them in family, and then.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, what also start happening once. So okay, until those kids, until your kids are small and obey completely, narcissists are good parents actually, because there is no disagreement. There is like everything is on the flow. Like there is no arguing. Once my older daughter start getting to her like close to teenage age,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
abuse start how it called,
So
like the
the abuse
abuse
started happening.
got spill
Mm-hmm. I
over
got you.
onto
I
her
got you.
onto her. So and that,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember I start feeling relieved. I start feeling like, oh, now I can breathe a little bit. Oh wow, it's kind of nice. But then I see like my child is suffering. So whatever
Yeah.
get easier on me, everything
Is
got on her. Yeah.
to your daughter.
Yeah,
Goes
and
over.
that was like, and I cannot, whenever you start fight, it gets back on you. Like, oh, you see, you always arguing. You see, you always against me. You see, like, you
Wow.
never agree with what I like. You
Wow.
just okay. Then you just do your like parenting. I am like done with it. And but
Yeah.
don't come back and don't tell me that you
Right.
can't. Yeah, she's done this, and you don't know how to deal
Yeah.
with that. So it's oh my god. So yeah.
Wow.
Um, it spills onto children, and this is very
Wow.
tragic. Once they start having their own will and their own needs, their own desires, their own friends, their own lives, it's yeah, it becomes bad. Yeah.
I have to. You're getting some love here. Artie's joined, and others have joined. Happy Moonlight.
Thank you.
Um, other names. If I don't call out your name and you're here, it's only because I'm old. Everybody, I'm a senior citizen. These high tech names you have are so beautiful. I don't want to mess them up. So I always tell people, if you're first time here, I always tell people feel free to put in a fake name so that I can call you that if you want. If everybody's Jane Doe and everybody's John Doe, that's okay too. But you have something on the screen. I just want to read it back to you. I
Okay.
believe that says Akhtar Shaista. I'm sorry if you want to give
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
if you want to put a different name, I'll say it. It says I came back and he blames me for everything, even if I apologize for something. He still has no empathy. We have kids together. He said he will leave once kids are settled in life. Uh, one thing is for sure, people are experiencing abuse in many different levels, many different intensity. It varies. We can't control what the other person does, but I like what you do. You try to help people recognize what they're dealing with. You try to help people be prepared to make an escape if they need to, or if they feel they want to, or like you said earlier, when they're ready, because
Yeah,
everybody's ready at different times.
that's true. Yeah.
But
Be-
what would you go ahead? You were going to say something before I
no,
asked this question.
because you need to be ready. You need to be really, really ready. And I don't know how, like, what is ready for each individual
Right,
person,
right, right,
because
right.
what starts after you leave, you gotta be ready. It's
Yeah, see
brutal. It's
that's where
terrible.
I'm. Well,
Yeah.
that's kind of where I'm going right now before we end the show. We've gone 45 minutes talking, but I want to get to this before we go. You also try to help people focus on recovering, on recovery. Okay, so a person is looking, I'm just going to give an example that is actually a true example. I'm just not going to say the person's name. I'm just not going to say their name.
Sure.
But let's say this person, it's one of our viewers who has wrote in a number of times. She's in a situation, and now she has already left the situation, the bad situation. Maybe one day in private I'll tell you what it is, but I'm not going to tell you now.
Send her my way.
Bad,
Yeah,
bad situation. Actually, you have talked to her during the show. You just know with her. So a bad situation. No, a bad situation.
Okay.
She's looking to recover from the situation and put her life and the life of her children together and stay focused and stay positive. She's always been a positive person, and you know, she's gone through abuse, literal abuse, with this person. She's now divorced from that person and moved on. And as you know, as you said earlier, they become a monster. You know, parenting, custody, all these other things just being difficult. How can she recover? What are some tips of recovery that you could say that you've experienced? Maybe videos you saw, other things, or a book, an article. What is it that you could share in the way of tips right now before we have to go today that you could pass on to someone looking to recover and move forward with their life, even though they still have to deal with the narc, maybe in child custody and visitation, but her personal recovery that she can do.
That's very important. That is, again, like, you do it for yourself, you live for yourself, and you get back to yourself. And one name, which is, I think everyone should just go watch and follow his techniques, Richard Grannon. I mentioned maybe. This is just amazing. He himself, as most of us, went through his personal relationships, abusive relationship, and he developed a course, many courses, but he developed a very short, it's free. He has paid stuff on his website, but the how to minimize, reduce those emotional flashbacks. That's what I think.
Okay. Emotional
flashbacks. So this is basically when you like, you have, I think most of us who survives narcissistic abuse, we have anxiety, and even though the severe anxiety, which is, what is that? I forgot. Panic attacks, which is physical.
Okay.
It's scary. It's terrible. So, and emotional flashbacks, it's different a little bit, but it's when you, like, some situation just kind of bring you back into your past memories, and you respond in a way which is not normal to you as a normal, in your normal state. So it's those fight, flight, fawn, freeze responses. And he developed the technique how to reduce those emotional flashbacks, and it works amazingly. I tested on myself, and he tested on many of his clients, on himself, and several of my friends tested it on themselves. It's beautiful. It's just, I found him later. I think I wish I could, but with one small remark. He's a little bit, probably being a man, he's a little bit harsh. So because I recommend absolutely must that Eva from Soul GPS and Jennifer, because those people are just kind, loving, motherly energy, and they, like, you need to remember.
I'm sorry, did you just name everyone that is hormone driven, and then you singled out the guy that's testosterone driven as being mean? What is he supposed to be? What is he supposed to be? A soft pushover marshmallow?
No, what I'm saying is,
I'm just giving you, wait, I'm just giving you, you should know now I'm giving you a hard time because I like you. I'm just messing with you right now. But go ahead. Everybody,
it's very important. It's very
don't give her a hard
important
time.
because
But go
it's
ahead.
very important because when you are just leaving the narcissist, you need to just whatever you do is fabulous, fantastic. You're a beautiful person. You never do anything wrong. No, seriously, that's what you need because you doubt yourself. Because you train to doubt yourself. You
Yes,
train
yes,
to,
that's true.
to kind of step on the whatever rocks and fall.
Yeah.
And Richard, he's a little bit rough. He's like
I
saying,
knew you were gonna
like
say it. I knew you were
you,
gonna say it.
you know, you
I knew
need
there
to
was a
take
but. I knew the
responsibility.
but was coming in. But
No, I love him. No, he's just said none of those. No, I mean, I wouldn't say no. It's a complex. It's a complex.
you're you're digging a hole. I am so gonna write him and send him this video and say, hey, this lady thinks
No,
this
no,
about
please. No.
you. Hey,
Yeah,
do you know he just did he just did a
what, you
thing
know
with
him
him and
personally?
you
Him and him him
no.
and
Him and Sam.
Sam. I
Yeah, you
know,
saw the
yeah.
thing? Yeah, okay.
Yes,
All
I
right,
saw.
all right. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he's amazing.
both of them together are often considered to be too mean. But they did an excellent. No, I'm just saying because they cut right to the point. But I'm not saying I
He
agree. Some people
I would
have to
no.
have a taste, have an acquired taste for everybody. But go ahead, go ahead. You were
He's
saying
not mean at all. No, he's he doesn't know himself well
too
enough,
late,
and he
too
actually
late. I'm gonna tell him you said he was. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Go ahead.
he when you like you watch, I notice it. It's so like it's adorable. Like when he talks to the
Oh,
camera.
now he's adorable. Which one is it? Is he mean
Oh
or?
my God.
I'm sorry. I'm just with you. Oh man, you're funny. Okay,
So
go ahead. Go
everyone,
ahead.
please go follow Richard Grennan. His Instagram page just got deleted because he likes to talk and see things about
Yeah, I know.
whatever
Yeah,
we're not
yeah,
allowed.
yeah,
So
yes,
his I don't know 3 million or 5 billion
yeah, something like
whatever
that. Whatever.
page
Yeah.
was deleted. So now he has only I don't know 2,000. He is not very invested into it. He got kind of upset about all the Instagram
Oh, right, right, right,
thing.
right.
But yeah, don't get discouraged by the number of the followers. He is amazing.
Never, never pay. Yep. I tell people that all the time. You can
Yes.
find, on Instagram, it's like, in certain neighborhoods, there are big box stores or supermarkets,
Hmm.
but sometimes there's a local grocery store or a local little corner store,
Yeah.
mom and pop store,
Yes.
and
Let's support.
you
Yeah.
feel more
Locally.
comfortable. Yeah, you feel more comfortable going in.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
nice to you, they say hi to you, they help you.
Exactly.
And that's what a lot of smaller pages do. That's why I have a lot of people that come on the show
Suitable
that
agree.
have smaller pages because I've been told just recently, but ever since we started a year ago, we have reached out to a lot of people that are very famous in
Hmm.
the community, and everyone says, I'm telling you this for a fact. I don't believe I've changed the subject here, but it's amazing how many people tell me they will not come on the show because we don't have 5,000 or 10,000 followers. I was just told this last week by somebody.
That
I will never say their names, everybody, but if we talk in private, I'll tell you. But
they will regret. In a
there are
year, they
people.
will
Well,
regret.
I don't know about that, but I have been surprised that there are people who have 70, 80,000, 200,000 followers, and I asked them to just come on for 30 minutes or a half hour, and them or their people will write back and say, no, we want to speak to a larger audience. We don't, you don't have enough followers. When you have enough followers, feel free to contact us later. And everybody will flock to their page and they'll say how great they are. But behind the scenes, all they're trying to do is sell a book or sell their course. Where I will talk to you and my followers, they're not really my followers, they follow the show. They fall in love with you and all the guests that have been on. I mean, I had Sam Vaknin. I didn't have to ask 20 times. These people that tell me no, I
Yeah.
have to ask them like 3 or 4 times. He just said yes right away. He saw the show and he saw the guests and he said, I'll be happy to support you. But I have other people will tell me that he's such a horrible person. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, I just think it's amazing how the people who are super famous that are on CNN and other places or Fox News, but look at you. You're brave. You come and you share your life
Yeah, I don't
knowing
have.
that I'm going to torture you, knowing that
And
I'm
now
going
because of you, I never will be a friend with Richard Grannon.
to. I was going to say, now I'm going to have to send him a letter and tell him that you think that he's mean. No, I'm just kidding. I would not do that. I would love to get a show where you and I co-host together and he's the guest, and just watch you get nervous and try to ask him questions.
No, I would.
And I'm gonna tell him.
After my, I
But
would.
I'm gonna tell him you called him adorable, like he's a little 6-year-old. He's adorable. He's so
You need to, yeah,
adorable.
you need to kind of excuse my English as a second
No,
language.
no, no. You're gonna be fanning yourself. You're gonna be fanning yourself. Going, he's so adorable. I said, can you stick to the show, please? Okay, calm down. Pour some water over your head. Calm down. I am going to tell you this. Let me scroll back here. Let me give me a second here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
but
tell you this real quick.
please follow Richard Grannon and his
His 2,000, him and his 2,000 followers.
no,
Just
go to his YouTube channel, which is called Mental Fortress Help Protection something something.
that's how
And
I found him. That's how I found him was on his YouTube channel
yeah, and
years ago.
watch
Yeah.
all those. And that's for those people who don't who struggle with what we just said, how to protect yourself, how to
Yes.
nourish yourself, how to survive,
How to
and
recover. How to recover.
recover. Yes,
Yeah.
so that's how recover. Go
Yeah.
follow and watch all the YouTube videos with him talking in front of the whiteboard and explaining all those things, and he will give certain techniques what to do and do those. Not, and that's, he also says it many times, don't just listen, just do it,
Yeah.
and it will
Right.
help
Make
absolutely
a
100%.
make a big difference, right? Make a big difference.
Oh,
When
it's not a, it's just different life. I mean, it's amazing. I think he should patent it. He should make it into something. Yeah, I don't know.
I
It's
think I
priceless.
think you should I think you should be his PR group. You should
I
be a
can.
part of
I think whatever I heard from your guests, actually, a lot of good stuff from your guests, from your psychologists and coaches,
Yeah.
and everything is. I'm sorry, those guys don't take me. Maybe maybe it's just my personal opinion, but I think all.
You came on this show and now you're gonna make everybody mad at you. What are you gonna do? No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm saying that,
Just say it.
or
Speak your
probably
mind.
my mind is. What I want to
Just
say
say it.
is
Just say it.
is everything is a part of his everything. Those things that they suggest is a small parts of his bigger
Uh-huh.
effective
Uh-huh.
course. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And what you have on the screen, I just got to tell you these things before we have to go. We've gone 58 minutes, going on 59, but I have to read some of the things that people have been saying while we've been talking, and while somebody gave Richard a new name here. They called him, was it? Hold on a second. Adorable grinning. So, somebody. Wait, that's from the roots of empathy. Feel free
Oh,
to
I
feel
Roots
free
of
to
Empathy.
go ahead and write him and tell him adorable
What's
grinning. That's pretty
where
good.
is that? Where is that? I can't see. Uh,
Well, I can scroll everywhere. You probably can't get it. See, my equipment over here, I can go all the way
Roots
back
of
to the first comment.
Empathy. Do you have the dog? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I love your page. Roots
Okay,
of
see, yeah,
Empathy.
yeah. See, I told you. See, you know everybody. See, hold on a second.
Yeah,
I got to read stuff
and
to you.
I love
Let
your
me.
Germany landscapes, or
Yeah,
where is
see,
it?
look at you. You get on everything. See, all right. Okay, everybody. Just so you know, if you watch this back later, you'll find out. But if you're here right now in the moment, Anastasia and I will be putting together a few shows for you to watch and participate in. You will find out more by always watching the IG stories on Narc Abuse TV page. If you watch the IG stories, you will always find out what's going on and who's coming on and what shows are going to be taking place, what Zooms are going to be happening, and so forth. Of course, you can always go to narcabusetv.com, narcabusetv.com, and we will, over time, be posting more information there on our website as to what will be going on. I got to read you some stuff here. Let's
Sure.
see here. Bree, BREA007, says, get your whole self back. She also highlighted stay close to childhood friends. Of course, that's not necessarily available for all people, everyone to be able to do that. But what she's saying is very important. Stick to someone that knows you. Don't isolate yourself. Very good point. Bree has made a number of points. So Lizzie, 805, most importantly, be mentally ready. So yes, being sound of mind and staying balanced in what we need to do is very important. If you feel you need to reach out to someone, feel free to reach out to any of the guests that you have seen on this show, and make sure that you reach out to Anastasia. Anastasia, what is your page, please, if they need to talk to somebody or want to get some idea on videos and courses?
Take an advantage of my free service. For now.
Okay,
for now.
that's one way. You go like for now.
Before my page
there you go.
35 billion, and you will never talk to me, but to my
I was gonna say
representatives.
You talk to your media group or your reps, because you're gonna be telling me, I'm sorry, Paxton, I'm just you don't have enough followers for me to go. I need to sell a book. I need to sell a book, so you need more followers. Okay.
I value my real friends.
Thank you very much. You are now a part of the Narc Abuse TV family and a part of the Rhythm Entertainment Production family, our company here. I do want to say this. Veronica says you have a great show. Thank you very much, Veronica. I just want to say this. If you come and watch any of the shows here, please know we take mental health, relationships, and recovery here on our channel and on the network very serious. We only have people on that take it the same, but we are going to smile and laugh because we want to help other people escape the narc and recognize what they're dealing with and recover from that. Because some of these subjects can be very dark and gloomy. So we try to make it a point to recognize that life is better lived by making the right choices and separating ourselves from individuals who are out to cause us harm. But there's a way to recover, and I'm hoping that Anastasia and I will have certain shows dealing specifically with recovery, and you will see more shows like that on this network. You will see people have their own individual shows on this network. Of course, I will still have my Narc Abuse TV show, but you will see Anastasia and others over the next 3 months before we take a couple of months off and come back again in February of next year. So pass the word around. Stay tuned. Thank you for all the hearts that are streaming, which have to be for my guests, because none of you are showing up to see me. I know that. Now, I have to read some more to you before you're going to tell me anymore. I just want you to know what's happening on the screen here. Happy Moonlight 12 says, Dear Anastasia, you are a human being with a very highly sensitive life intelligence that's truly true. I just had to read you what they wrote to you there.
Thank you, my dear follower. I love your comments under all my fancy schmancy modeling pictures.
By the way, girl, you gotta we gotta get you on the red carpet or something, man. You be styling. You be getting all dressed up and styling. Okay, I gotta read more to you before you say any more. Veronica 619 says how to co-parent with a narcissist. Actually, that's a show and a series that's going to be coming up soon on Narc Abuse TV Network, which is what you're watching right now. That is something we're going to be talking about. I will do this, if you don't mind, Veronica 619. You're more than welcome to be a guest on the show, and we'd be more than happy to have you and others talk about how to co-parent with a narcissist. That is not something we're going to discuss right now at this moment in time, but stay tuned to the IG stories on Narc Abuse TV Network, and we'll get into it. Anything you want to say? Go ahead.
Just mention, I heard from someone, it's not mine. You cannot co-parent with a narcissist. Just forget it. You will be just you would just be parent to your kids. No co-parent. I mean,
well, now we're going to have to make now we're going to have to make you a part of the panel if we ever discuss that on the show, because you're going to come in and say that.
I can.
From experience, you're gonna go like from
I have
experience.
some experience, but not
You don't
not
want to talk about.
nothing.
You don't want
Yeah,
to talk.
I
Nothing
don't
to
have
talk about
much.
right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
not
All right.
much solutions so far. I think I need a little bit more time to gather some information and
Yeah.
techniques.
Let's put the subject this way. This Friday, there will be a Zoom live. Hold on one second, everybody, because you are literally watching us do this live, super live. So this coming Friday will be a show dealing with that subject and a little bit more, a whole lot more to be exact, on co-parenting with a narcissist, because Susan Schofer will be back on our show for the, I don't know, fourth, fifth time. But we're going to be doing a Zoom live, which means you will see the posting to be a part of that audience. We are in a position to have up to 500 people. It will be a free live show by Susan Schofer. Of course, I will be there to be the host of the show, but Susan will be talking about programs dealing with co-parenting with a narc. As a private investigator and a divorce coach, she's going to discuss a lot of that. So keep an eye out for that. If you'd like to be a part of that Zoom live, you will have the Zoom link. It will be free. I do want to say this about you, my friend. We have scheduled 4 different events I want to do with you that will happen starting in September. They will be September, October, and November. We will lock down some dates to that, but we're going to do some pre-recorded and live event and some things together dealing with escaping the narc. All of you are invited. It will all be free. When we do these things live, they will be free. You will be able to participate in them. You'll be able to talk to Anastasia. You'll be able to, of course, put up with me because I'll be there and you have no choice. You will be able to talk with Anastasia. You'll be able to have an open chat to talk with one another, make new friends, and discuss a number of different things as well. So we will be putting some things together for you that will discuss an emotional timeline of how to protect yourself and do the internal work and recover from dealing with an abusive relationship. These things will always be free live here on Narc Abuse TV. You will never have to pay when you watch these things live. They will always be available to you. On our website, you will be able to watch them on demand for a subscription price, one being $2 a month, the other one being about $3.08 a month. Or $3.33 or something like that. In other words, you'll be able to pay $25 to watch all of these shows from your 1, 2 Zooms. All of that will be available to you in one single price, subscription price. And every new show that comes out, you'll still get those as well. We are going to make sure that you have an access to this material, and it won't be on a platform that can shut it down. so, so that's why we're doing this, because we don't want to be like Richard.
Oh
So,
yeah, he's yeah, yeah,
and
but
all our
it's
content is disappeared
it
that we
should
want to make
be
available. So
exactly. It
all
should
the
be on the
shows,
website. Yeah, not
yes,
not.
all the
Mhm.
yes, you know what I'm saying now. So
Yes.
all of our shows are free for you. Feel free to tell your friends. You will meet. Listen, everybody, I'm telling you, we've got some people coming. You're going to get a kick out of. You're going to enjoy them a great deal. But you're also going to be able to share this information with others. Tell them about the live shows. If you cannot make it, yes, you will be able to see it on demand later on that day on the website. So, you ready? I got a few more things I need to run by you before you go. You got a moment here? I can run this by you. We've gone an hour and 9 minutes. I cannot believe that. So here we go. You are the type of person that people can learn from because of your experience in life, in your relationship, as a mom. But what I've come to appreciate and like about you is that you still hold on to the beauty that you have, not just externally, but you're a beautiful person deep
Thank you
down
so much.
inside. And you are willing to be courageous and come on and do this. And I hear you every now and then talk about your English or whatever it is. You are beautiful in whatever language you speak. You know we have a number of things we're going to be doing together, but I want you to do this for me. There are people that watch this show. They download it and watch it off of their own servers. I don't know who they are, whatever. It doesn't matter to me, as long as they get the information. I want you to talk to that audience and anyone else that's here in the live and that will see this back later. Name 3 things that people need to keep in mind if they're going to escape the narc.
So I think that's very important. As I already mentioned, do it for yourself. Just,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, it's a realization. It comes from inside. So just stick to yourself and do it for yourself. Prepare.
Mm-hmm.
Hardly. Don't underestimate. And I think label. So never regret. Label, I mean, they are what they are, because it's very easy to kind of doubt yourself and doubt your decision. It's going to be hard, but it's going to get easier every hour, there would be waves for sure, but in general, it's a trend upwards. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I would say label, prepare, and know that you're doing it for yourself.
Yeah. Not for somebody else. Not for the children.
I think it's very important, because otherwise the locus of control should be inside. That's what Richard Grannon teaches us.
You're trying to be his friend. Nuggets, you're trying to be his friend now. You're trying to I see how it is. We want to make sure that we're not doing it for the wrong reason, but that we're doing it and it's going to be sustainable. Because going back and forth with the narc is only asking for more trouble. Because the abuse will get worse.
Yes. Yeah, never go back. Yeah, I think Nietzsche or something. If you know why, you would know how, something like that. And why, it's because of you.
I'm not that smart, so I don't know. I don't read.
I'm not either.
I
just watch too many YouTube
I still watch
videos.
Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain. I don't know what you're talking about. I watch Sesame Street. You're too high tech for me. I'm retired. I watch cartoons. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's
you have something
positive.
Well, it's my speed, just my speed. Animaniac. That's the Pinky and the Brain. All right, so don't create a fake image of the narc if you're lonesome. Stick to the label. Is the roots of empathy say that?
Absolutely, yeah. You would never be lonely. The loneliest you've been is when you were with a narcissist. Never alone. You would be as lonely as in that relationship. You will figure it out pretty shortly.
As I have said only a few times here on this show. And I'm going to say it again, as my mother would say, you may be by yourself, but you're not alone. So you do a lot of things by yourself. It's okay. So if you're in a room by yourself and the narc is gone, that's good. My mom would say, you brush your teeth by yourself, don't you? So, you go to the bathroom by yourself. So it's okay to be by yourself. Alone is different. Alone means you have nobody, and that's not true. Because there's always somebody that will be with you that will treat you better than an abusive person. My mother could say that because her first relationship in marriage was abusive, so she had to leave. So that's why she always said that. Abuse, you don't know. You don't have to take that. You can always end up not being alone. But you may have to by yourself leave. Yes, that may happen.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's amazing. That's the best.
Matter of fact, Veronica says, never go back. I was thinking of returning. Veronica says that.
Oh, yes.
I
feel you, Veronica. I was thinking of returning several times, and I wouldn't be surprised if I would think about it again, but it doesn't mean anything. It's just you need to get some time and control over that.
You need some
very weird system that
you need some new memories. That's what you need. The subconscious needs something new. You need to go skiing. Go
You need a
skiing.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you delete
Hmm.
those files and get some new files in there, and you won't even be thinking about it. It takes
It's
time, though. Wouldn't
yeah,
you
it's
say?
the absolutely. It takes time, but it also takes like what I also suggest change. They say it's neuroplasticity, so you
Yeah.
make new neuronal connections, and kind of your neurons get like other networks get,
Hmm.
they don't say they grow, but they connect differently. So basically anything new, like the best advice also is to, like, it's the simplest, change anything, whatever you like, all your
Yeah.
habits, all your small things, big things,
That's
relocate
what I
is
hear.
better.
I hear the
How,
same
like,
thing.
that's what Eva from Soul GPS did. She
Yeah.
relocated,
Yeah.
relocate, change job, change, that's
Yep.
why, change friends, yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's very easy to make new group of people, like even like your lawyer, your psychiatrist, your,
Yeah. No.
your
No.
coach, your, this is your new support group. So yeah.
Yeah. You're. Oh, I lost her there for a second, everybody. Or if you can still hear me or not. Anyhow,
I can.
I'm just gonna piggyback what you just said there. That is a common theme that I've heard is change everything. One guy told me, similar to a young lady that was on the show, they both gave their experience. They changed their bedding. They changed the colors that they liked. I mean, they literally almost like essentially started all over again as far as they were
Mhm.
concerned. And eventually that person was a distant memory and they were less quote unquote triggered or
Yeah,
less they had nightmares about them because they started doing things just differently.
absolutely.
The
That's very,
one
very
guy
true.
told me
Yeah,
he started brushing his teeth with his left hand just to just mess with his right.
that's
And I said
cool.
that is
Yeah,
just
that's
weird. I would never even think of that, but for him it worked. I'm just saying
yeah, yeah,
it may work for
that's
you. Somebody hearing this, it may work for
probably,
you. I'm
yeah.
just saying for him it worked.
Hmm.
He
Hmm.
started eating with his left. He just started doing things differently. And before he knew
Absolutely.
it, he saw the narc and it was like they never had anything in common. It's like everything was different. So everybody try what may work for you, but it seems to be a common theme
Hmm.
from a number of people. Uh, don't go back. Don't go back. So
Don't go
that's
back, and
yeah.
yeah, label and never yeah, to till some point you need to kind of lock all your memory, and whenever something that's why everything new, like if new house is better because something reminds you of, it will just
Yeah.
immediately anchor you to the past,
You need to look
even
at the screen.
if it
You
happened.
need to look at the screen. What is wrong with you, woman? Bree, what is wrong with you? Bree 007. I can't repeat that. And it's not bad words. It's just that that is actually something. If that works for you, you need a show entitled that called Left Hand. You need to just call the show Left Hand. And okay, so I don't know how to top that. That was pretty good, Bree. You said a lot today, Bree, in the chat, but that
Yeah,
is
thank you,
it.
it's funny,
You need
it's
a
funny.
T-shirt. You need a T-shirt that says that.
It works.
You know what, Bree 007. Everybody go check out her page. You need to make a posting that says that. You should have a posting that says to get over the narc, step one. That should be step one. That should be. I don't know what to say to that. Okay, so my dear friend, we have gone an hour and 18 minutes.
My pleasure.
An hour and 18 minutes is what we have gone. I better let you go. We need to get together again and start getting prepared for the next few shows that we're going to do together. I will reach out to you and we can talk about that. I wanted everyone to get a chance to meet you today. They have. She, Anastasia, she is someone you must follow. Like, comment, share, follow her page, and make sure you share it with others. Yes, ma'am. You were going to say something.
Yeah, and if you're a guy, you'll enjoy it not only.
Oh my lord, you're not going to go there, are you? Oh my goodness. Okay. Hey, you
You'll
know
get
what? I love your humility. I love your humility.
some aesthetical
Yeah. Okay.
pleasure.
Okay. So everybody knows. Yeah. I'm looking to get together with you. I've already discussed it over here. as soon as we're in a position, because when we have some of our narc abuse TV shirts and we need them modeled, it's gonna be you. It's gonna be
Thank
you.
you.
I may have
Thank
to
you.
I may have
Yeah.
to sell one of my children over here, but I'm gonna find a way to be able to pay you so that we can get you to model our stuff, and I'm gonna promote our T-shirts and stuff
Absolutely.
like that. So,
Absolutely.
we're California neighbors, so all I got to do is get in the car and we'll find you. So we'll go there and visit you. Thank you very much for today. Everybody's just writing some really nice stuff here.
Yeah, and
Please, thank you so much. Others are saying, and of course, left-handed Bree is here. But go ahead. You were going to say?
anybody, if you wanna some, I don't know, feedback on your situation, support, or just good vibes, reach
Good.
out. Art,
Yeah.
art
There
for
you
any,
go.
art for any.
There you go. Good vibes. That's it. That's what you are. You're good vibes. There you go. What are you writing, Bree? What are you writing? Okay, so that will be the
Left
sign if you have been
carpal
dealing with
tunnel
a narc.
syndrome.
You have
Okay.
carpal tunnel syndrome in your left hand means that you've had a narc because you've decided to change everything about your life. That you were right-handed at one time, and
Hmm.
now it makes sense. I get what you're trying to say. All right, everybody, please show some love to Anastasia. Follow her page.
Thank you.
Comment
Thank
on
you,
her
everyone.
beautiful
Thank you.
modeling photographs. You will see more of them on our page. So pay close
Thank you,
attention when you
Paxton.
see them.
Thank you so much
No.
for inviting me.
Uh,
Thank
all
you.
right. Thank you for being locked in your car where it's like 9,000 degrees in there and you survived the day. So thank you
It's
so much
it's
for
an I
doing.
found nice
Did you?
shady
Okay.
area.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
All right. You're getting tons of hearts across the screen.
Thank you,
Good
guys.
vibes,
Thank you.
everybody. They're telling you we love you, girl, on the
Thanks.
screen. Man, you
Thanks,
made a bunch of new
everyone.
friends today. All right. Thank you very much. I love each and every one of you. You, my dear, who's in front of me, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff together. So I hope you say
I
yes
am
to a lot of
all,
stuff I have in
yeah,
mind.
all in.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much. And they said a
Thank
great
you.
show. They loved you. See, I told you you're going to be good today, even though you started off nervous.
Did
Check
I?
out her modeling page. Check out her other page. She's got two of them. The two pages that you have as the last thing we're going to say, and then we're going to go at an hour and 22 minutes. We have been going. What are the two pages they can find you, Anastasia? Please.
Art for any and artforany.ru, which
There you
means
go.
I'm
Everybody.
Russian.
There you You are a beautiful Russian inside and out. Thank you so much, and we're going to do
Thank
some
you,
great work
Paxton.
together. I know
Thank you
we are
so
to help
much.
other
Thank
people.
you.
We'll see you
Thank
guys.
you.
Take care. We'll
Thank
see
you.
you
Thank
soon.
you,
Bye
everyone.
bye.
Thank you. Bye.